Hello, Lyndon Togba. My name is Gregphina. Haven't you heard about Focal Online TV?
You say Focal Online TV?
Focal Online TV is located within a Tobo village community along the Japanese highway.
Tell me more about the platform.
This platform, called Focal Online TV Daily Edition of Inside the Print Media, does not encourage any form of dialogue between the viewers and the presenters.
Oh, you mean nobody calling there?
No, you can't.
A pleasant good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're watching us from. Welcome to Focal Online TV. Welcome to the daily edition of Inside the Print Media. I'm excited to be alive this morning and to be here to do what I always do. My name is Gregphina and I serve as the lead presenter here on the daily edition of Inside the Print Media, along with my colleague. His name is
Lyndon Togba.
And we are here to inform you about our country and the world at large on our TV. So this morning we have varieties of newspapers in studio. We have the leaders of the newspaper, we have the Front Page Africa, we have New Town and the Analyst newspaper. So for today we're going to be diving straight into the news headlines. Lyndon Togba, can you please proceed with the news headline from the Front Page African newspaper and the Analyst newspaper?
Our Front Page African newspaper say GAC audit exposes weird administration, leaves workers administration with no fund, contradicting previous claim. Let's go over to another headline from the Front Page African newspaper. Ex-rebel leader Senator Nimlin joined forces with Senator Prince Johnson to oppose establishment of War and Economic Crime Court in Liberia. And let's go over to the Analyst newspaper. It says, Simon Freeman opposes the establishment of War and Economic Crime Court, cautioned workers to prioritize the bread and butter issue. So let's go over to the last headlines on the Analyst newspaper. Why I abstain from War Crime Court vote. Ability explained. Representative Ability explains. So it's been turned over to Greg for the continuations of the headlines regarding the Daily Observer and the New Dawn newspaper.
So for the Daily Observer newspaper, what is in the print this morning? U.S. is cited of the commitment to establish the War and Economic Crime Court. U.S. is cited over workers' commitment to establish War Economic Crime Court. And we have here U.S. citizen accused of attempted murder. U.S. citizen accused of attempted murder pleads not guilty. U.S. citizen accused of attempted murder pleads not guilty. So quickly we will run to the New Dawn newspaper. What is in the print this morning for New Dawn newspaper is so much interesting. I am not afraid of War Crime Court. I am not afraid of War Crime Court, says former rebel leader, now Senator Thomas Yaya Diming of Virginia County. I am not afraid of War Crime Court. This is another interesting story here this morning. Wilson Tapia welcomes audit. Wilson Tapia welcomes audit. So these are the top headlines of our newspapers for today. We encourage you to stick and stay with us. We want to say happy Print International Women's Day to all of the women in and out of let's inspire inclusion. Let's support each other and let's support the issue of women empowerment within our country, within our little community, within our towns, within our workplace, and everywhere. Let's promote the issue of women empowerment. Don't forget, Inspire Inclusion at 15 2024 is tomorrow. Tomorrow is March 8th and it's going to be celebrated globally. So you can see it with Focal Online TV, where we bring to you the news presentation in a few minutes from now. Thank you so much. I love you, and we will be right back shortly.
Hello dear, my name is Lyndon Togba. I'm in search of a platform where I can get credible information of our daily happenings in Liberia and the world at large.
Hello, Lyndon Togba. My name is Gregphina. Haven't you heard about Focal Online TV?
You say Focal Online TV?
Focal Online TV is located within a Tobo village community along the Japanese highway.
Tell me more about the platform.
This platform, called Focal Online TV Daily Edition of Inside the Print Media, does not encourage any form of dialogue between the viewers and the presenters.
Oh, you mean nobody calling there?
No, you can't call on a show. Let me talking out like when we're no calling there. So all you can do is you will listen to the news, and they can also encourage you to buy the newspaper to listen to the news in details.
But do you do viewer recognition at times?
Oh yes, we do viewer recognition. When you are watching, we notify you, and sometimes we even appreciate you on a show, telling you thank you for always following us. We also encourage you to share the live stream, because the more you share the live stream, we transform and we transition ourselves as a broadcast team as well.
Wow. So when can I better get this program you are talking about?
This program is aired every Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. to 10:45. The program runs for 45 minutes.
Wow.
And guess what?
Wow.
We bring you hot stories of our trending situation within our country, Liberia. Imagine hearing stories from Hot Pepper newspaper, from the Daily Observer newspaper, from Front Page Africa. Are you a lover of Front Page Africa?
Oh yes, I'm a lover of
Front Page Africa, and the Women Voices, and a lot more. Not forgetting international news, BBC,
Wow.
CNN, ABC News. We bring you headlines from those standpoints.
Wow, that is very, very, very amazing.
So we say, join us every day on the daily edition of Inside the Print Media at 10 a.m. with the headlines of top stories in our country and the world at large on Focal Online TV.
Welcome back to the daily edition of Inside the Print Media with your two presenters. My name is Gregphina and Lyndon Togba. So we have here the analyst newspaper Page African Lyndon Togba. Kindly proceed with the news.
All right, thank you, President. So we read the headlines. GSC audit exposes we as administration, the workers administration, with no fund, contradicting previous claim. An audit conducted by the General Auditing Commission, GSC, to reconcile the net balances of the government consolidated account as of January 17 and 19, 2024, has revealed discrepancy in the FIQ claim by former President George Weah, despite his assertion that he's left 40 million. The audit found that he actually left 3,378,848 on January 17 and 19, 2024, respectively. Former President Weah, in his farewell message, claimed a balance of 40 million, while President Walker stated a balance of 20.5 million during his State of the Nation's address. This prompted the Joint Committee on the Liberian Senate, comprising Public Accounts, Audit and Expenditure Committee, and Banking and Currency Committee, to request the Auditor General to perform a special reconciliation audit on the net balances of the consolidated fund accounts as of January 17 and 19, 2024. In addition to this huge discrepancy in the amount mentioned by both the former and current president as balances in the consolidated account, the audit also discovered liabilities amounting to $16,567,221 as of $16,566 on the same date, indicating a net commitment left by former administration for President Walker to finance. This amount were to be settled within 90 days period as of the end of the budget year 2023. The audit found that the former administration left net commitments of $9,608,999 for President Walker to finance, contradicting Weah's assertion that he left 40 million in the national cover. Section 4 Count 10 of the Public Finance Management Act 2009, as amended and restated 2019, defines commitment as an undertaking to make expenditure following the conclusion of a binding agreement that will result in outlays, payment on the basis of accounting revenues are recognized at the cash or payout, unlike expenses when liabilities are incurred regardless of when it's received or paid. Furthermore, the GSE established that there were instances of 10 billion the statutory 6-month totaling 9,114,181 as of January 27, 2024. So with this being said, this is how we move over to another headlines on the front page African newspaper. As rebel leader Nimlan joined forces with Senator Prince Johnson to oppose establishment of war and economic crime court in Liberia. Former Liberian warlord turned senator Yahya Nimlan has sounded a caveat to President Joseph Boakai to suspend his quest to ensure the establishment of a war and economic crime court in Liberia during this initial stage of his government and concentrate on finding solutions to issues confronting the nation and its citizens. Senator Nimlan was the foreman of the Movement for Democracy in Liberia Model, a rebel group which outcasted and forced into exile former Liberian President Charles Gange Taylor. Model was accused of multiple human rights violations, including atrocity, murder, rape, sexual abuse, and among others by SY Truth Reconciliation Commission, for which now the Unity Party-led government of President Joseph Boakai has been under intense international pressure to ensure the establishment of the court to prosecute war and economic crimes perpetrators. Liberia suffered a 14-year civil conflict. An estimated 250,000 people died during the conflict, according to the Truth Reconciliation Commission final report. Many believe that the formation of the court will help and end the culture of impunity and bring justice to the victims. As a result of this, members of the House of Representatives on Tuesday, March 5, endorsed a resolution calling for the establishment of the court in the country. Senator Nimlan remains one of those recommended for prosecution at the War Crime Court for Liberia. Speaking at a news conference held at his Capitol building office in Monrovia on Wednesday, March 6, Senator Nimlan observed that the UP-led government of President Boakai is not applying wisdom in working out modalities for the establishment of a war and economic crime court in Liberia. He said government should suspend its unwavering stance to ensure that the court is established and concentrate on finding solutions to issues confronting Liberia and its citizens. The government is just 2 months old and it is in power for 6 years. You promised your citizens you were denied by the former government and criticized them that they didn't do well. I'm coming to rescue you. Where is that wisdom? The people have been waiting for you to rescue them. What happened to the rice price? Why don't you rescue first? Rescue first and don't worry about Thomas Yaya Nimlan. With this being said, this is how we push it over to Greg for the continuations of the news content.
Failures of a newspaper, U.S. excited over Boakai's commitment to establish the War Economic Crimes Court. United States Ambassador at Large for Global Criminal Justice has assured Liberians that her government stands ready to lend the needed support for the establishment of war and economic crimes courts in the country. The U.S. government looks forward to working with all Liberians to make the court a reality. Ambassador Beth Van Schack, who has been on a few days mission yesterday in Hotel West Stephen, that was posted on the U.S. Embassy website. In a tune that includes a successful mission, and all smile Shark added that she is living on a great note as she performed what is becoming known as the Liberian handshake with President Joseph Boakai. The U.S. government looks forward to working with all Liberians to make the court a reality. She said it was a privilege and honor to meet with the President Boakai following his pledge to establish a war and economic crimes court in Liberia. During her visit here, Ambassador Van Sahak met with a wide cross section of government officials and civil society committed to delivering justice. The momentum of the establishment of the World Economic Crimes Court (WECC) in Liberia is gaining significant traction as the House of Representatives voted unanimously to endorse a resolution for its establishment. A majority of members, 49 of the House of Representatives, on Tuesday, March 5, during the 16-day sitting, affixed their signature to the instrument, signaling a milestone that at long last the retrieval of heinous crimes and plunderers of the Liberians are at the verge of being held to account for their actions. The House decision is unprecedented as it marks the first time since the Civil War that such action has been taken by the legislature. This is how we now proceed to another headline under the Daily Observer newspaper. U.S. citizen accused of attempted murder pleads not guilty. Lucas Richard, a U.S. citizen, pleaded not guilty. March 6 to charges of attempting to murder his Liberian wife Jessica Lord. Richard, a Christian missionary from the Greek South Church, maintained his innocence because before George Nelson Shannon of Criminal Code B and Jessica Lord's family. Despite expectation of a guilty plea, Richards lied in a blue suit and tie, firmly stated not guilty, causing shock among the courtroom attendees. Judge Shannon requested the prosecution present their witnesses in response to Richards' plea. Initially, Richard's lawyers rejected a jury trial. The proceedings were adjourned to March 7 after the first witnesses testified. The court denied Richard's permission to travel abroad for medical reasons, modifying his bail conditions to prevent him from leaving Liberia during the trial. The victim, Jessica Lord, who survived the attack, actively participates in prosecuting her husband. Shannon's decision was influenced by concern that Rachel would potentially not return if allowed to leave Liberia due to the absence of an extradition strategy with the U.S. The indictment alleged Richard's attack and injured Lords in Dixville, Chicago on September 14, 2023. The Greek Star Church initially expressed support for the victims and maintained Richard's innocence upon learning of the situation. Despite conflicting Despite conflicting reports, the church trusted the Liberian legal system to uncover the truth, acknowledging the extramarital relationship between Richard and Lord. The church withdrew its support. The information we received from his wife, who was serving with him in Liberia, was that Lucas was attacked in Rock. So we posted a prayer request for our congregation. News later broke that Lucas had been incarcerated and accused of the attempted murder and aggravated assault of a Liberian girl, Jessica Lord. He maintains his innocence, the church further said. They emphasize cooperation with authorities and sought truth and justice. The truth confirmed that Lucas was not a member, but had his church in Liberia with an independent structure. It's being turned over to you again, Kelly, to talk about
Thank,
from the analyst newspaper.
thank you, Gregphina, for such a beautiful output. Analyst newspaper say Simeon Freeman opposes World Economic Crime Code, wants government to prioritize bread and butter issue. The political leader of the Movement for Progressive Change, Mr. Simon Freeman, holds an opposing view on the establishment of World and Economic Crime Court in Liberia, says the focus of President Joseph Boakai should primarily be on addressing the bread and butter issue, which prioritizes the basic need of the citizenry. Whatever happened during the war, those with evidence can present it and hire lawyers to bring the accused to court for judgment, Freeman explained, speaking to journalists during a media conference at his party headquarters on yesterday, Wednesday. Freeman disclosed that the issues of establishing a war and economic crime code could significantly strain the judiciary system, which is already with limited resources to